Presented by State Farm. It has been DeAnthony Melton's night.
It has been impressive. A career high for DeAnthony Melton. Just knocking down threes. What I like about it is you can see no plays have been called. Tons of catch and shoots. Just doing it within the Philadelphia 76er. And we're not even talking about his defense. That's what I was about to say, DeAnthony. That's what I'm talking about.
And here he takes a three to make it 30 points, but it's in and out. The Lakers have 6 turnovers and 2 field goals here in the fourth quarter. And they trail by 16 with 4.5 to go. But DeAnthony Melton, a great story. Second-round pick as Davis connects, coming out of USC. Everybody knew he was a good defender. They wondered how he would be as an offensive player in the NBA. Last year was outstanding in Memphis. Now on his third team, comes over in a trade to Philadelphia. Career high in scoring at 11 points per game and 27 tonight. Harden in the lane. It's good. James Harden with 19 points.
And James Harden, look, he's put together a pretty good game. I know we're so used to saying James Harden and saying 45 points or 18 assists, but he's got 19 points and 12 assists.
When they get Maxey back, and again, he's missed the last 10 games and going to miss at least another week. When they get him back, do you see Philadelphia as potentially being a contender in the East?
Well, they better be. In my opinion, they've got all the pieces. You bring in P.J. Tucker that has that defensive intensity. You even got guys on your bench when you're talking about Niang, you're talking about Matisse Thybulle. They have a pretty deep bench. Even we haven't talked much about Tobias Harris. They have a ton of talent on this roster.
And I think Maxey, given in the playoffs last year, at times he was their second best player other than Embiid.
Yeah, he was. And that's why there's been so much, growth from him from the moment he's come into this league. But ultimately, they have all of the pieces to make a ton of noise. But you know what? They've got Joel Embiid. They got Joel Embiid. When you start with that, you're in a pretty good spot.
Will be really interesting to see how Philly does during this critical 7-game homestand. And then once they get Maxey back and are at full strength, Harden missed the shot. Rebound Westbrook. Westbrook down the lane. Embiid with the defensive play trailing. He's mad at his teammates for not getting Anthony Davis in transition. First offensive rebound this half by either team, by the way.
All right, 12-point game with 3 minutes to go. This game is not over.
Embiid against Davis. They double. Shot clock at 5. Down to 1. Milton for 3. No good. Davis with his 11th rebound. Pull-up jumper from Davis is good. It's a 10-point game. 2:50 to go. Anthony Davis up to 28 points, 18 here in the fourth quarter. Again, after banging that left wrist on Joel Embiid and was in considerable pain. Stays on the floor. Embiid gets past Reeves and flushes it.
Yeah, Russell came over to help on the double team, but Austin Reeves got to know not to let him go that direction. Got to send him back to where your help is.
Westbrook attacks and gets the layup. UFC 282 is tomorrow night from Las Vegas. The vacant light heavyweight belt is up for grabs and plenty more to see. The main card starts 10 Eastern on pay-per-view. The prelims at 7 Eastern, ESPN2, ESPN Plus. To order the main card in English and Spanish, go to ESPNplus.com/PPV. Turnover by Philadelphia. To the Lakers ball. Just outside 2 minutes to go, down 10. 5th foul on Shake Milton. And Russell Westbrook with his 195th career triple-double. And the first Laker to have a triple-double, we're being told, off the bench since Magic Johnson. Yeah, Magic Johnson came off the bench, but it was in 1996 in the latter stages of his career. Good hands by Westbrook. Taking it away from Embiid, then out of bounds off of Philly.
You look, Russell got a lot of criticism last year. And at the start of this year, but with that criticism needs to come some compliments for what he has done since coming off the bench. He has been such a pro. Darvin Ham couldn't speak enough about it, but right now they're going to want to review and see that ball was out on LeBron James.
Yeah, Philly challenging it. So Philly's challenge is successful. The call on the floor of out of bounds off of Philadelphia is overturned. Last touch by LeBron James there.
LeBron tried to get that ball out of bounds really quickly. That's the right call. Good job by Doc Rivers listening to his players and challenging it.
That's a big overturn. Lakers had a chance to cut it to 8 or 7. Philly ball up 10 inside 2 minutes to go here, trying to close this one out. Here's Harden, and he turned it over. Last chance stretch here for LA. Westbrook with the slam, James with the dish. 8-point game. 90 seconds to go. Embiid near midcourt. Now Beverly going to give Harden a little space, anticipating the screen and roll. Shot clock at 4. Harden with the skip. Good hands. James got the steal. LeBron in transition. It's 3-on-3. James goes right at the rim, puts it in, and one. It's a 6-point game, and LeBron will go to the line to try to make it a 5-point deficit.
Great defense there by Patrick Beverly, forcing the tough pass. LeBron James in the passing lane, and then just downhill. Right now, LeBron James has struggled from the free throw line, has not shot it well. He is 3 for 7. This is a big free throw for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And the 5th foul on Harris. 22 points on the night for James. He gets that one to go. 115-110. It was 102-84 just a few minutes ago. A minute remaining. And Beverly battling Harden picks up the foul. They did have one to give. That was the first foul in the last 2 minutes, so side out of bounds. 4th on Beverly, and Doc Rivers going to call a timeout to talk about what he wants here offensively. The Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo getting ready to face Luka Doncic and the Mavs. That's game 2 of our NBA Friday doubleheader. Bucks in Dallas coming up next. Dave Pasch, Richard Jefferson, Monica McNutt here in Philadelphia for the final minute of this one, with Philly's lead down to 5, but the Sixers have possession. Shot clock at 10. Embiid being defended by Davis with a timer at 6. Embiid driving, gets into the paint, kicks it out. Melton for 3, and his 30th point, and that might be the dagger.
That is impressive. Such a big shot. Timely shot by Melton.
He's been great all night on both ends. Only fitting that he hits the shot to close this out, as Embiid gets the rebound and is fouled by Westbrook.
And Embiid had 3 players around him. Look, LeBron James coming over also. That's the shot. You get a wide open shot from your MVP candidate. You got to knock it down and mark it. Time of death, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
24 points in the half for DeAnthony Melton. 8 threes on 11 tries. And again, it was the defense that was being praised by both Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers on our conversations with them today. But it's the offense that may have ended up winning this game for Philly tonight. Embiid misses the first free throw. First foul shot of the quarter for Philly. And the first miss at the line tonight for Embiid, who has 35 points, which is right at his average over the last now 11 games. He also has 10 rebounds and 5 assists. He set the tone early with those 20 first quarter points at 25 at halftime. Gets the second free throw, so the lead is 9. Timeout Lakers. A historic night for DeAnthony Melton. One of 2 in NBA history with 8 made threes, and 7 steals in a single game. Michael Adams is the only other player, and he did it back in 1991.
Hey, Michael Adams was an outstanding player when he was with the Denver Nuggets. I feel like I had his basketball card. I did not know he had 7 steals. Like, he has been elite defensively tonight, and we were talking about Matisse Thybulle and where his minutes have gone. Well, at least we know that answer.
And it's not just the 7 steals. He's had a handful of deflections as well. Beverly gets inside and gets the basket. 119-112. Doc Rivers called a timeout with 28.8. And again, still awaiting the return of Tyrese Maxey, but if DeAnthony Melton continues to play like this, this will be a very good homestand for Philadelphia. It's a 7-game homestand, the longest since 2013 for the Sixers. Joel Embiid again the tone setter in the first half, Melton the star of the second half, and James Harden a solid night, 12 assists to go with 19 points. In just his second game back after missing 14 games with a right foot injury. If Philly can close this out, it will go to 13-12 on the season, which would put them just a half game back of Brooklyn for 4th in the East.
Well, yeah, and the fact that they're 4th in the East with all of these injuries, and understand the teams above them, the Boston Celtics might be the best team in basketball, the Milwaukee Bucks, maybe the second best team in basketball right now. So they are within striking distance, even given all the injuries that they have suffered here in this early portion of the season.
Meanwhile, a Lakers loss would be 3 in a row and drop them to 10-15 on the season. A lot of games left, but a lot of work to be done in Los Angeles. Lakers will have one more game on the road trip, and that will be against Detroit on Sunday. Touch last by Philly, and they're going to say a foul call here on Shake Milton for pushing Davis. So still not over. Davis at the line with, again, the clock stop. He's 10 for 10 tonight. If you just look, if the Sixers end up winning and look at the box score and don't see any highlights, you're going to say, man, Anthony Davis must have had another sensational night. Double-double, made all his free throws, but he wasn't available in the first half. He got in foul trouble. It was just an awkward start. He got a shot clock violation on the opening possession of the game where he had the ball in his hands. It just didn't look like he was aware where the timer was, and then got 2 fouls in 3.5 minutes, picked up his 3rd foul at 4:51 in the first quarter, and really wasn't much of a factor at all the rest of the half.
Anthony Davis is so talented that 28 and 11 for him, that's a normal game. When we saw the 40s, the 50s going against Giannis, battling with him, those are the games where you're like, in my opinion, Anthony Davis is next level. These games, you expect this because he has been elite for so long, pretty much since he came into this league, since he went undefeated in Kentucky and won a national championship. He's been that guy, so you do expect more from him. But I think when you have that, that sickness and then you have a game off, a little bit of that momentum has been lost. Hopefully the Lakers and him can regain it.
Melton throws it down court. Tucker trying to catch up to it. He does, but he turns it over. Lakers ball down 5 with 15 seconds left. Reeves gets a good look. It goes, a 3, and the Lakers are down just 2 with 11.3 remaining.
We said time of death, 10 p.m. Eastern. They are back alive, ladies and gentlemen.
Harris trying to inbound it. Does, and they foul Melton, sending him to the line. For the first time tonight, he's a 67% free throw shooter on the season.
And look, I get PJ Tucker. He had a guy in Embiid. If he could have got that ball, you're better off throwing it into the stands, allowing your defense to get back and get set. Now, I know in this moment you can be critical. You understand the play that he was trying to make. But DeAnthony Melton, can he step up and knock down these big free throws?
He missed the first one. So when the Lakers get the ball back, first of all, they have a timeout. They can advance it. At worst, they're going to be down 3. And Darvin Ham reminding them, let's see, does LeBron, though, not want to use it here? They're having a conversation right now as to whether to call the timeout and advance it or save the timeout and play on. He makes that. It's a 3-point game, and the timeout is called by the Lakers with 10.5 remaining.
And I think LeBron James was saying, hey, if they miss, let's not call a timeout. As soon as there was a make, and that was the communication between him and Darvin Ham. If you got 2 points, then you keep that timeout. If you miss it, you're able to call a timeout and advance with probably 4 to 5 seconds left. That's why you don't want to call a timeout in that moment. But here, right here, this is the moment. I know you're trying to save it to Embiid. You know, that's tough because now you're behind and they're able to spread the ball. Little pump fake there. That's just tough there. You want to just let that ball go out of bounds. If you can't save it, if you can't do it, I get what PJ Tucker was doing. It is the right idea, but the proper play to allow your defense to get set is just to take that turnover.
So we talked about DeAnthony Melton being the go-to guy for Philly in the second half. Austin Reeves has 23 points. He's hit 4 threes. Do you want Austin Reeves as the one taking the shot in this situation, down 3?
Well, if you remember earlier on in the season, they called a play for Matt Ryan to tie the game and hit a big 3. So they trust their players, and I'm really looking forward to see what Darvin Ham is going to draw up.
Again, they don't have a timeout. So if they elected not to shoot a 3 and got an easy 2, there still would be enough time. Still would be enough time to go the length of the floor. I don't know if Russ was waving to you or waving to the camera.
A little bit of both. I'm behind the camera. I'm going to take credit for that.
But a season-high 23 points for Austin Reeves. Anthony Davis has 9 made threes in the season. Beverly, Westbrook have struggled from 3. LeBron James shooting in the mid-30s from 3. Here is Reeves, gets a look, and it's no good, but he's fouled by Thibault. 3 free throws for Austin Reeves, a chance to tie the game. And Reeves on the season is a 92% free throw shooter.
But is he 92% with the game on the line with 9 seconds to go? That is the difference. Whoa, Matisse Thybulle might have fouled him twice. That potentially could have been a 4-point play. The reach down and then the bump from behind.
He gets the bounce on the first. Philadelphia is out of timeouts. Plenty of time to go the length of the floor, though, if Reeves makes all 3. He gets the second one. The lead was 18 for Philadelphia with about 10 minutes to go, and it looked like this one was over. But Philadelphia turnovers and made free throws. The fact that Philly was over the limit 2 minutes into the fourth quarter allowed the Lakers to stay in the game. Reeves missed it. Embiid had it, lost it. LeBron trying to save it. And they're going to give it to Philadelphia with 7.1 remaining, and the Sixers leading by 1.
It doesn't matter. There's going to be one more play here. 7 seconds if you foul immediately.
Harris has to get it inbounds first. Again, they don't have a timeout. Lob pass, Embiid broken up. Davis, he has it. Gets it to Westbrook. Back to Davis. And a foul. Davis at the line with a chance to give the Lakers the lead. What a disaster for Philadelphia.
And no timeouts, Dave.
What on earth has happened to the Sixers? Just some terrible turnovers down the stretch. Harris just throws it up for grabs. They don't have a timeout. Davis gets the steal and then fouled by Harris. Davis knocks it down. We're tied at 120 apiece. Davis is 13 of 13 at the line. He's got 31 points. 21 here in the fourth quarter, and most have come at the stripe. And now a chance to give the Lakers the lead. No good. Rebound Harden, 2 seconds left. To Korkmaz, gets rid of it. No, we're going to overtime. Reeves and Davis both miss free throws in the final 10 seconds. The Davis miss, the first of the night for him, but we have at least 5 more minutes here in Philly. Welcome to the start of overtime presented by AutoZone. The Lakers were down by 9 with a minute to go, and they had a chance to win it for all intents and purposes with Anthony Davis at the line. He missed the second free throw. The Sixers could not get a shot off. And we're in overtime with the game tied at 120. 3 players have more than 30 points, 2 for Philadelphia. Embiid has 36. Melton a career-high 31. Anthony Davis with 31. This was a turnover with the Lakers down 5. Reeves got it to 2 with that triple, and then Thibault fouls Reeves shooting a 3 when they're down 3. He made 2 free throws. Philly turned it over again. Lakers put Anthony Davis at the line down 1. He made the first, missed the second.
That was a lot in the last 90 seconds. Look, it's got to be, the only way for this to happen is to have 4 crazy plays, which you have seen by Philly. No timeout, so Tobias Harris was forced to try and make a play to Joel Embiid. That didn't happen. Then missed free throws by the Lakers.
So it was actually 9-point deficit with 29 seconds left.
Oh, I can't wait to see the NBA stats of you had a 98% chance of winning.
Right. 10 turnovers in the fourth quarter by Philly, several in the final couple minutes. Keep in mind, Shake Milton is already fouled out as James missed the layup. Tobias Harris has 5 fouls for Philly. Westbrook and Davis have 4 fouls for the Lakers, and 3 of those for Davis came in the first 8 minutes of the game. Here's Harden. Back to Embiid. Rising and hitting. Embiid, 38 points, and Philly leads by 2. Westbrook pull up from the elbow, in and out. Embiid with the rebound, his 11th. Philly ball and a 2-point lead, a minute gone by here in overtime. Harden on the wing, going right at the chest of Reeves, and Harden lost his footing, and a foul is called here on Anthony Davis. That's 5 on AD. So we'll see if Embiid goes at Davis, who just got his 5th foul. Westbrook helps. Embiid gives it up. Melton, corner 3. They're going to wave it off and say there was a foul by LeBron James off the ball, pushing P.J. Tucker to the deck. Second team foul here in overtime, and the 3rd personal on James. So 14 seconds on the shot clock.
And right now they have switched LeBron James onto Joel Embiid to get Anthony Davis off of him.
Westbrook missed the layup. James had it for a second, and then Tucker clears. An empty possession there for the Lakers. That was a mess. Harden gets the basket and a foul. A 3-point chance for James Harden, and the Sixers back up 4.
Just a missed opportunity there. If you're the Lakers, you got a 3-on-1 fast break. But James Harden coming back off of that missed opportunity. Austin Reeves with the foul. Darvin Ham wants to talk it over.
I think they're going to challenge this. Yep, this is a coach's challenge here on the foul. Right now, the basket counts at a chance at a 3-point play, but it's under review.
Los Angeles is challenging the ruling on the floor of a blocking foul. That play is under further review.
What do you think? They can overturn this and say no call, or they can say offense. Or do you think it stands with the defensive call on the court.
This one's tough. To me, like, I don't know if both of his feet. I don't know if his feet were set. But even you're not going to call
After
an
review, the ruling on the floor stands as called. The defender does not get in an illegal guarding position to contact. The successful, they lose their timeout.
So exactly as you just said, and then the Lakers lose that timeout here in overtime.
And what they weren't going to do is call an offensive foul. They weren't going to reverse it. So the best that you can say is that no foul bucket good. So you understand the challenge by Darvin Ham. You don't want this to get a little out of control. Potential to move it to 5 with 3 minutes to go.
So the Lakers will have one timeout left. Philly with 2. And a chance at a three-point play for James Harden, who missed 14 games with a right foot injury. Even when he was healthy, the Sixers weren't playing great. They were 4-6 in the 10 games he played. That included a loss in his return Monday against his old team, the Rockets. He was 4 for 19 in that game and 0 for 8 in the paint in that game. Much more efficient tonight. 2 for 3 at the line. 92% on the season. And it's a 5-point lead for Philly. The Lakers have yet to score here in the extra session. After coming back from 9 down with 29 seconds left, they forced 3 Philly turnovers in the final 27 seconds of regulation. And again, Anthony Davis had a chance to give the Lakers the lead with 3 seconds left, but missed the second free throw. Westbrook, not sure if those are the shots you want, him taking a couple of jumpers here in overtime.
Those are quality shots, though. Look, right in and out, even missing a little pull-up.
But Anthony Davis hasn't really touched it on offense here in overtime.
And that's by design. You got to give some credit to the Philly defense, just like you got to credit the defense there by Patrick Beverley.
Melton got rid of it in time. Got it! They're going to look to make sure. One official said good, the other said no. Let's see.
If he doesn't buy a lottery ticket.
They're saying no basket. No basket for Melton. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, it's still in his hands.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's close. So.
See, that's where Melton's got to be like, you guys got to get me the ball sooner. I'm hot.
And Doc Rivers is asking for them to look further at that, but I think it's already been looked at. Boy, it is really close to leaving his hand, but it looks like it's still on his fingertips. And so no basket, Laker ball, down 5. They are 0 for 4, the Lakers are, from the floor here in overtime. See if James looks to be aggressive offensively here. He pulls it back out. Tobias Harris has 5 fouls. Davis on the perimeter, missed the 3. And a foul is called here as Melton hits the deck and Reeves came soaring in there trying to get the rebound. That's 4 on Austin Reeves. And the Lakers are over the limit, so Philly will be at the line. Meanwhile, the Sixers have yet to even commit a team foul here in overtime.
And look, the Lakers had all the momentum. They missed that opportunity. They had an opportunity to win the game. But right now, the momentum has shifted right back to the Philadelphia 76ers. 5 straight empty trips for the Lakers here in this overtime after scoring 9 points in 30-something seconds.
Right, you work that hard to fight your way back into the game. Actually, still have a chance to win it in regulation. End up going to overtime, and then your offense struggles the first 2.5 minutes of OT.
Well, we know they're not out of it based off of what we saw.
Right. So they get Davis a touch here on the perimeter. Now James for 3, in and out of bounds off of Philadelphia. 7 points for the Sixers here in overtime, none yet for the Lakers, and don't forget Dallas and Milwaukee up next here on ESPN. Reeves, and the Lakers still don't have a point in overtime. Westbrook is stripped, Philly ball. Harden looking to push. 6 consecutive empty trips for the Lakers offensively here in overtime. Melton wide open. No good on the 3. Davis has it poked away. Great hustle by Melton. Stepped right in front of James to take control. That was a big get by Melton.
The Lakers have to re-lock in right now. Russell's upset about the foul. Melton is wide open, and then they get an offensive rebound. 3 consecutive plays there where you just got to lock in. There's still plenty of time left.
Shot clock at 4. Harden penetrating, stops, pops. Good! James Harden coming up big here. Down the stretch in overtime. 9-0 Philly here in the extra session. Westbrook's 3. James offensive rebound. 1:10 remaining here in overtime. James skip pass saved by Westbrook. Beverly has to hoist it. He did not get it off in time. A shot clock violation. Good defense by Melton. The Lakers still without a point here in overtime after that flurry of offensive activity at the end of regulation.
Again, as much as it's been Lakers struggling on the offensive end, you got to give credit to this Philly defense. The Philly defense has been elite. 0 for 9 the Lakers are here in this overtime.
Harden fouled by Reeves. That's 5, and so James Harden at the line. Give Philly a lot of credit showing character here, right? You have a disaster at the end of regulation. You probably should have lost. You got Anthony Davis at the line. He made the first to tie the game, missed the second with 3 seconds to go. But you don't lose heart. You keep fighting here in overtime, and don't want to give time of death again, but
no, we're going to give another time of death. Don't worry.
It's looking good.
This will be the first. The first time of death was at 10 p.m. We're going to give a second one here. Make no mistake. But you can't say that they should have lost, because ultimately you could look at the exact same thing for the Lakers. If not for the mistakes that they had made. So it's just.
I'm just saying, you got Davis at the free throw line. He's a great foul shooter.
You got Austin Reeves at the free throw line.
Yeah, he missed one too. Yep. He made the first 2, missed the third, and then Davis went 1 on 2. Those are 2 big misses down the stretch for the Lakers, obviously.
These are one of those games where you feel like both of the teams should have lost.
James Harden finishing really strong. 27 points, 12 assists, 12-0. Philly has outscored the Lakers here in overtime. Got a whistle. Will they count that?
No.
Looked like it was before Davis shot the ball, so.
Laker fans are now rolling their eyes. Oh, that's the one that wants to go in when the whistle is blown.
Foul was on Tucker, his 4th. Next one would put the Lakers at the line. James finds Beverly underneath, and finally the Lakers score in overtime, but it took 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And a delay of game, which was the second on the Lakers, so it's a technical. And so James Harden will be at the free throw line. I think Beverly was trying to get control of the ball, then give it to James Williams. He just kept fumbling it, so that was a delay, and Harden gets a freebie. So all those records we threw out before, we can go back to when we said Philly 13-12, Lakers 10-15, 3 straight losses for the Lakers, assuming that this ends in the next 35.1.
Now you're going with an assume. And look, stick by it. I'm still sticking by my time of death. Right?
What time is it now? Like 11?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it just meant that the game was over. Both teams just wanted to finish it out. But you got to give compliments to both teams. One, the Lakers to continue with a fight, and you got to give credit to Philly for even after all the chances that they gave up. What they did is they continued, they stuck with it. They used this overtime as 5 more minutes to beat up on the Lakers.
Harden had 9 points in overtime. First half was Embiid, second half was Melton. Overtime belonged to James Harden. And that's it. Took a little bit longer than Philly fans would have hoped, but they still leave in celebration. 133-122. They outscored the Lakers 13-2 in overtime. Embiid finishes with 38, Melton 33, Harden 28, Davis 31 for the Lakers, 25 for Reeves, 23 for LeBron James.